Hello everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Frankenmuth Mega Farm Project, episode 24. Last time we bought a concrete setup and a large lumber mill and filled up that large lumber mill, and everything's looking great. I had thought about another spinnery and then I didn't put it in, but I do still have enough money for another spinnery. And I noticed there's a hoeing contract that'll get us another 16K. So I do think that another spinnery is really in order. It's really necessary. So I think we're going to have to do that. I'd love to get it lined up exactly with the other one. But that's not really going to happen because the other one appears to not be snapped. But from this point forward, I will be remembering to snap things. So we're going to do our best. It's pretty close. And it's actually snapped, I believe. I can spell it and try to get it turned better. Okay, I had just turned snapping off, apparently. This will be pretty close. Pretty close. Alright, so now we just need to do a little bit of painting. Get our parking lot expanded. And there's room for something else there. Not sure what it'll be, but we've got another spinnery now, so next month when we drop more wool in, we will definitely be dropping it into this spinnery. Speaking of which, we're just going to turn these things on. Distributing. Activate wool. Yeah. And we'll just drop all the wool into that one, and maybe our wool production can properly feed the Tailor and get even more clothing. And as far as this goes, we've got some. We're gonna go set that guy up for hoeing. Assuming I can find him. There he is. He's already set up for hoeing. So let's get that hoeing contract. That's 37. Kind of interesting, there's only one hoe. Everything else is a weeder. Yeah, last time we did some decent hoeing contracts as well. Wonder if I can get there via this road. I'm sure I can, but will it be easy? That's the real question. Oh, there's our... That's something else we did last episode. We installed ourselves a greenhouse and hooked up water port and everything. I think we can go right through here, maybe? Assuming we're careful about how we're driving. Oh, actually, this has the small tires, so it wouldn't actually even matter. Okay, that's 37. So you get to hoeing while I think about what other things we might be able to do to advance ourselves. You know, while I was spending all that time last time doing woodwork, specifically I spent a bunch of time dragging all these big trees. I think that although the winch is usable, that I do still want that John Deere forwarder. I know I had decided not to buy it in favor of doing the concrete stuff, but you know, it actually feels like it might be better off with the forwarder. There's box elder. These things are not bad. I think they're like 4 tons. There is a little bit of room in the big sawmill, so we might as well hook it up. Yep. 140 was the top of that. It's going to take a while for these trees to be ready. So I'm not sure how many trees come in a pallet now that I'm thinking about it. But I'm going to make a guess. Well, we average, let's use this, 7 wide by 'It looks like we probably have about 70-ish trees here, which is actually kind of crazy if you think about it. We're definitely going to want the Komatsu for that. Or that other guy. I'm going to have to go to a test game and see about whether the other harvester, the other tree harvester, is a viable option. The 750K one. It does bigger trees, so it may actually be something that's doable. But yeah, so next up, we'll be going to June, and we will be harvesting our barley probably down there. Well, that's not the size of field where it's going to be some massive profit, but it's at least big enough that it will give us some money back, plus continue to feed the chickens. So if I were to remove this medium one and install a second large one down here, then we could run the big 3-ton yarder from that end to this end. We could use the forwarder to push everything in under, and then we could yard them all down, which might be slightly more efficient than trying to pick up bunches of trees with the forwarder. Given my experience with the crane last series, I feel like, and I have used that forwarder before, so, and it was nice for big deciduous trees, but I don't think I ever used it to try to pick up bunches of small trees like this. But we're gonna go, let's see, we're gonna need this guy back at base, I think, to pull some equipment in the barley chain. I think it makes sense to use the auto stacker still. A couple episodes ago, I got that PWO auto loader, and while it's pretty cool, it doesn't have any auto unload when being run as a follower. So what I think would be the nicest thing to do would be in terms of like running straw. When doing the grass, it's just as easy to just bale it all up and then run around with the... Although actually, you know, with the auto stacker, it makes the piles. That's the whole point, is that it's going to make the piles. And those big blocks of bales are easy enough to find on the field and pull up to and load up. Each one is going to be 14 bales, so you'll take 1.5 of those, or 1 and more than a half, because you'll end up with 4 bales left in the stack. So you run around with the loader and load them off that pile. I think that's going to be actually better than what I did last time, leaving them just out on the field. So I think we're just going to watch this guy roll, and I'm going to think about whether there's anything else to do before we harvest the barley, which would be going into June. Alrighty then. Select. And is there anything else super interesting? Oh, baling, square bales in 43. But at the same time, what are we talking here anyway? This way, yeah. At the same time, I'd like to get to June. We've got plenty of money as our buffer. And I'd like to get to June and get wool into that spinnery. If I could pull wool out of a spinnery, that'd be awesome. But I can't seem to do that. Now, if I had thought of it a minute ago, I might have actually just picked up a rope maker to... No, I didn't have the money for the rope maker. The rope maker's 300, right. Having another spinnery's fine. I mean, we've got so much grass just in the basics of grass. Like, we've got so much grass right now that we always sell at least an extra load. I could just throw down some more sheep pens, honestly. If I started running through everything, I mean, who knows whether that spinnery is going to actually feed the Tailor or not anyway. I think it will. I think splitting that wool 3 ways is going to feed the Tailor, although I'm probably not going to split it 3 ways every time. I'm going to, you know, do a load of this one, load of that one, with whoever's looking lowest. And get going like that. But just keep them all generally full. But definitely rope maker is in our future. And if we need more sheep to handle that, well, we'll get more sheep. And we've got enough land right now. We could keep rolling these things in cotton. But now we're gonna switch up to June. Or move on to June, I should say. Before we do, let's just check everything. Oh, these guys already have a ton of wool. Okay, well, before we move on to June, we're going to have to pop over and move that wool. Which means we got to grab this guy and drive on over there. And then we can get at least some wool into that spinnery already. It looks like about 11K. Whoa. Oh wow, I have really messed things up now. Not sure how to fix that. Okay, good. We can see if no, it's still doing the thing where you have to get into it. That's interesting. Wonder if there's a solution for that. Well, at least it's... No, it's not even quite grabbing all of it. Oh, no, it did. Okay, cool. And that's at least 2,000 stones. Do I need to slap down another... another debris crusher? Maybe we could run just another pair of conveyors like that pair and run them across into the first debris crusher, like we had set up in the same exact alignment. Possible. It's totally possible. However, I do also think that this is not in the right zone. But maybe I can push it. I'm glad I put those on the edge there, because I can actually push it, although we're going to have to wait for that middle one to go away. That set will go. That's enough anyway. Alright, before we get these loaded up, we gotta pop over and look at the grass and make sure that it's not ready to go. It is ready to go. And we wanted hay, so we're gonna have to do that before we move on to June. So, right. So we are going to go do the grass to get this going, because we desperately need hay. I mean, I guess desperate is a... We don't desperately need hay. We could use hay. Makes me wonder if I actually want to do this or not. You know what? I think, no. I think we're going to let that go for a month so we can get into June, get cotton going, and have something else going while we're dealing with the grass. I'd rather get them done together. And it's not gonna, like, kill me. Like, we don't even have cows. We have like a bunch of TMR, 280,000 liters of TMR. And no cows to feed it to, so it's not like we're desperate here. Plus, we've got probably a year's worth of grass on each of these sheep pens. I'm just gonna put all of this. Oh, hey. I'm just gonna put all of this wool in the new spinnery. We're gonna build spinneries until that Tailor shop starts backing up. We're gonna split the cotton across all three as well, because it doesn't matter. it doesn't matter if they run them parallel or not. They're going to get through it all. Probably before next year. And if I can produce more, if I can produce $1 million worth of clothing, then heck yeah, right? I mean, just by being a little more efficient with using the cycles of our Tailor. Alright, we just loaded all of it into this one spinnery. And he's active, cotton's not active. We got 11K in that one. 20 and 31. Alright. Man, these spinneries are slow. Wool running. Wool running. And wool running. No. No wonder it hasn't been eating it. I may have gone one spinnery too high. Which is fine, like I said, we'll throw another Tailor down if we need to. But now we can go to June and we can get our stuff going. And get our harvesting on. Not our cotton harvest, but our barley harvest. Just make sure we should be fine on all of this. 20 something, yes. Okay, cool. Well, let's go move it on to June. June. Welcome to June. Look at our finances. Really hard to tell, actually. Although we did sell, I'm sure, sold wood products on top of that, the beams, whatever beams. But okay, so property maintenance is running us about $6 grand. No, that's income. Property maintenance, 1,100. Water 300, 400. Wages average 1,400. Oh, that missed, yeah. And then loan interest, so like 4K or so. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Those aren't built up enough yet. We could bring more wool over, but I'm not gonna. Let's look at what our productions are doing. Okay, he's actually working through the wool now, which is good. And he did about 3K wool-ish. Yeah. The tailor shop actually has fabric in it, which is cool. Which means that we may have actually be stocking it with fabric. Barrels, bathtubs, and buckets. The 3 Bs. Right. Still actually at a higher value right now than the max. So I'm not sure what's up with that. But value at all stations is very interesting. So barrels to the market, bathtubs and buckets to the warehouse would be a thing to do, but actually we have other things to do, maybe. Let's take a look at yon map. Right. Alright. That's not ready yet. And that's not ready yet. So both of those are next month. So yeah, I guess we are doing hay. Although I guess it would help to... Oh wow, our gas is really low. Those beautiful things. Alright. I'm going that way. Find out whether it's actually a perfect throughput or whether I messed it up and it's actually a series of tiny little bumps that are going to be super annoying. We're making hay, actually. So what we want is widespreading. So hit that widespreading, my friend. And we're just gonna watch up here and see if that goes. We gotta go load up the lumber mills. Potentially cart some... Are you gonna do it? Oh yes. Oh yes. Give me enough curve. Give me enough curve. Okay, that's awesome. Alright, cool. I feel really good about that now. No capacity for straw. Oh, we're full, right, of TMR. If we go dump... We go dump the remaining straw. And park this guy up somewhere. He won't just be sitting over there. Gotta go over to here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, well, I guess that's the play, huh? Let it sit overnight. Let's see if there's any decent contracts now. This is kind of ridiculous. Like, nobody wants to hire me anymore. How are you doing? Cool. Oh, well, fabric is holding its own. So I guess we're good on that. I got no contracts, so it's really just about maybe we feed a little more wool to that low spinnery. Yeah. We also need to bring everything over. Well, not everything. So we've got to mow it and then tet it, and then we can do the follow me baling action with the stacker. Not the loader, the stacker. And then we'll have stacks. But only 2 runs. Did you break somewhere else? Or, oh, okay, you're doing up and downs from there. Cool. Yeah, we got another whatever of oh, except I left the trailer somewhere. Where did I leave the trailer? Oh, man. Right now it's just back to waiting on the mowing. Guys still don't want to harvest their own spinach. 27 is such a wonky field. I might have actually done it if it was a different one. Right, so we're just waiting on this guy. Well, I guess we could go cut more wood. We've got a lot of wood to cut. By cut, I just mean literally just cut down. We'll drag it when it makes sense to drag it. Alright, I probably didn't get all of them. I'm sure there's a couple in the mix there that are still upright, but that's a lot of them. And most of these can be pulled by the 3-ton thing. So I think if I run the 3-ton thing down from down here to out there somewhere, we'll be rocking. I can drag them all down to that end and then feed them into the thing at my leisure. Although it looks like we're just about ready. Well, no, we have to do the tedding now, and then the windrower can run and the baler and auto stacker can follow it. So we still have tedding to do. So I think we're going to go buy that 3-ton yarder. Since it can't hurt to have. And I can always sell it and get most of my money back. And contrary to real life, you're a little bit free with your money and you don't pinch every penny in FS25 anyway. You tend to make a little more money than if you super hoard everything and never spend anything. So spend money, make money kind of deal. I like those. Buy this guy. Okay. Now we get to learn how to set up a new one, because I've never used this one. Looks like it's a little more beefy than the other one, and if we're lucky it doesn't require... No, it's going to require truck power, I'm sure, tractor power. Although actually I don't see any I don't see the PTO going to it, so maybe it doesn't require it. Maybe I can actually disconnect from it and leave it set up. That would be awesome. Well, we'll find out soon. Okay, we don't have to leave the truck hooked up to it, which is awesome. It's got its own power source. It's also not too shabby at moving trees. I think I would have just gotten this one from the beginning if I had known. Although it seems to only want to hook up to one tree at a time. That could just be because of sizing, but you'd think I should be able to hook up to... Okay, yeah, I can. They've just got to be close together. So, yeah, at some point we will actually just set that thing up running right down the center of the main line of the actual farm trees. I'll just run it right down the center here, probably once we lose this thing. In fact, I think what I'll do is, as soon as I can afford to buy another one of those, I'll sell this one, get another one of those, plug it in line, right here basically, or not exactly right here, but maybe right here, I don't know. Get another one of those in line and be able to run the trees right down into everything, right down into the inputs. Then we use the John Deere forwarder to shove trees over to be in range of the line, and then we bring 3 trees at a time back, or 2 depending, but might let us do 3, who knows. So that's that. I didn't notice while I was working, but I'm wondering if maybe our Our mower is done. So let's go see. Have a look at whether we can magically, amazingly get a bunch more money real quick. So we get 70, about 100K out of that. Another one out of that. Oh, 175. We can sell the clothes we've got. Make 75. Looks like we might actually have... No, I don't have roof plate. We'll sell the TMR for 100K. The wood chips are best in January, or half right now. So we sold everything early. That would be about 300K extra. Another one of these at least. But those aren't really what I was wanting. This Steger quad track would be quite nice. I think that's our highest horsepower possible. Yeah. Looks like it. Although for the price, that's 673 horsepower on that Fent right there is not bad looking. And that's a tracked vehicle, which I don't mind necessarily. A Zarian would be pretty sweet too. I think this is the guy that can spin around. That's extra weight on there. Right, and then you gotta put a 3-point on there. Not sure what the standard is, but that would give me the ability to run various types of machinery as well on the front. I'm pretty sure this thing is the one that you can swing the cab around. And then the back becomes the front. But anyway, that's still kind of wishful thinking. We could actually still use another biggish tractor right away. This guy is the 700. I mean, we could use another 700 for that matter. I mean, this runs a good chunk of our equipment. We look at the vehicles. The Fent 728, 300 horsepower. It runs a bunch of our stuff. while still being a decently manageable size. I almost want to curve out the rest of this field, like that one corner, but I don't think so. I think we'll leave it the way it is. It's fine. Alright, we can now get set up for doing the big bit. Namely, the windrowing, baling, and stacking. We just got to put this tedder away. And get ourselves hooked up to the baler and set in line. Alright, so you can be set normally. Nope, you can be set normally. Alright, you're rocking it. And you need to go, what was it, 3? 3.5? Can't remember now. I think it was 3.5. We also need to, when full, continue unload. There we go. Alright, looks like we're going. Although, actually, I think it is 3. So, we can use, switch right shift, right control F. Okay, that one. And then right shift, right control D. Yeah, 3. Alright. And then we'll see. That looks more... Yeah, that looks more like it. Alright, well, we'll just get this done. Is that working? Yep, that's working. Alright, cool. Gotta get some hay loaded. And then get it into the silage. And then we'll be basically done for this month and episode. Oh, spinach. Man, these spinach farmers are lazy. $35 wouldn't be a bad one to bale. But I'm not gonna do it this episode anyway. We'll see how I feel next episode. Alright, we still got to get the Kawiko trailer so we can cart I doubt this thing takes any hay, but maybe. Oh, alright. So we can cart whatchamacallit. So we can cart TMR to the cows once we get cows. And then of course, yep, I think we're probably good, but I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer. Might as well let it fill up. But it would be good to cart sell some TMR maybe. We have a full load of it, so it's not like it's even gonna make more. And then we'll just set this thing up here and let it go when it goes. Alright. So this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will catch you next time.